Good afternoon, traders. It is Monday, February 22nd, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. We got really body slammed today. I had some fears that this would happen. Um, Maybe I'm just rationalizing, but I think it could have been a lot worse. It was nothing that we are not going to survive, but it was still a kick in the pants. We had 25 positions coming in. That's an extraordinarily, that's half our portfolio of 50 stocks. That just rarely happens that we are exposed to that degree. And then you can see here what happened with the Dow this morning. It really opened lower. It went down and actually tested during the first 15 minutes of the day. It tested these lows from Thursday, and uh, you can see here with the Dow what's happening. You know, in the last 3-4 days, it's been in this range, um, and today it tested the lows from Thursday. It also tested the highs from Wednesday, I believe that is, and that high was tested on Wednesday, then on Friday, and then again today. And of course, it turned after the third test today, and I think it's headed back down, uh, maybe to test these lows again tomorrow. I'm really not that much into technical analysis, but this is really pretty evident from these charts. But we'll just have to see what happens this morning. But anyway, with 25 positions in this horrible open, we went from being positive $1,300 with those 25 positions on Friday to closing out negative $27,000 this morning. Yeah, it's quite a drop. And then we get into 10 positions, and one is positive and 9 is negative, and we're carrying negative $6,200 going into tomorrow. Now, the only thing I'll say that gives me some comfort is we are short 18,000 shares in UVXY. So if this thing really collapses, um, we'll at least break even and probably make some money. But we'll just have to see what happens. You never know with the stocks. It's just crazy. They're always crazy. The Dow officially here closed up 27 points. But none of this looks very bullish to me, because while this was happening, this big rise from this low of this morning, a lot of those stocks that we got out of were going even lower. And I'll show you that here. I'll show you 3 of the stocks, but let me show you one of the bad ones. And I'm showing you this not only this is bad stock, but this is very typical of the pattern that we had in all 25 of those stocks, with a few exceptions. And this is STPK, which is Star Peak Energy Transition Corporation. And on Friday, when the Dow takes off during the first couple hours of the day, we get filled up here in Star Peak Energy, pretty close there to the high, and then as the Dow relaxes and moves lower, this definitely relaxes and moves lower. It did come back some toward the end of the day, but we still had a small loss in that, and that's very typical of all those 25 positions. We had almost all of them were losers, but they weren't big losers. But then this morning with that gap down, it really gapped down hard against us, and we were out of that with $4,500 in loss in Star Peak Energy. However, please note that we are short-term stock traders, and that's why we're out of that thing. And look where we would have been if we tried to hold on to that. We don't. We were out within the first hour there, and didn't suffer any further loss as this thing sunk lower and lower. And this was typical of the pattern of most of those 25 stocks. So that's what I say. We could have been a lot worse. Yeah, we took $27,000 in loss on those 25 stocks, but we would have probably been 75,000 if we tried in loss, if we tried to hang on to those. And of course we don't. We just dump them and get on to the next day, which is what we're doing. Next one here, I'll show you. Okay, this is Watt, which is Energous Corporation. This was our great white hope on Friday. We bought this thing on the gap, and with all those 24 other stocks, almost all of them were small losers. That racked up quite a big loss for us. But this thing was up $40,000 up here, and that basically pulled all those losing positions up to the point we were just slightly positive on the close on Friday. The problem is this morning, all 25 of those, or 24 of those stocks got a whole lot worse this morning, and this got worse too. And we went from $40,000 in profit up here to where we got out was only $10,000. So basically, we gave up 75% of our profits that we had in Energous Corporation, and it had no chance of being the great white hope today. It was just a drop in the bucket to offset very large losses that we had in all those other stocks. And finally, I had to go really hard to find something good to talk about today in terms of what we got into. This is the best stock we had in terms of new positions today. This is BTU, which is Peabody Energy Corporation. Big pop up this morning. We grabbed it there, and it kept going, and it was up over $5,000 up here. Maybe even might have hit $6,000, but it did pull back some. Not too bad, but we are holding $3,600 in open trade in Peabody Energy Corporation. So anyway, Mama said there'd be days like this. Just gotta live with it. Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Tuesday.